Alright, now I'm going to find a couple of good looking rocks. I want something that's got some good visual appeal, but I'm also looking for something that is going to have lots of texture. That's a good looking one. So we'll take this. And what about this one here? Well, this one's a little bit big. It's a little bigger than I want, so we'll leave that one there. Maybe this one. I like that. Alright, so we'll take this one, and I think we'll take this one for good measure. Well, maybe not. We'll leave that one there. I think these two will be enough. Alright everybody, gonna make our way home now. Hey everybody, this is the 20-gallon tank I've got down here in my fish room. I just spent a ton of time getting this all cleaned out and sterilized. I'm in the process of getting it cycled back in, and today I went ahead and picked up some live rock from one of the local streams around here. It's not the one across the street that I normally go to. I was actually out at the reservoir today looking for woodwork, and I meant to pick up some rock while I was out there, but forgot. So I stopped on the way home and just hopped down into the stream, and I grabbed a couple of rocks that I thought looked likely. I like the way they look. The one on the right has tons of texture and little nooks and crannies, and the one on the left is just a good looking rock. It gives me some nice flat structure, and the reason I'm putting it in there is because I want to find out whether or not this is problematic. Did I just introduce a bunch of algae into the tank? Did I just introduce insects and insect larvae? Are we going to have animals and critters and stuff swimming around in the tank? And did I also introduce nitrifying bacteria? I put some more ammonia in the tank this morning. I just took the bottle and gave it a couple of little squirts, you know, into the tank, and that's what we've got on ammonia. So we're probably up at like 4 or 5 parts per million now. Plenty of ammonia in there. The tank was already beginning to cycle. The ammonia was beginning to come down. I put a whole bag of live gravel in there. That is actually Eco Complete by Carib Sea, and it comes in a bag that's already full of liquid, and in theory it's already pre-cycled live gravel. In addition to that, my filter had already begun cycling in, so we've already got the tank started. I don't think adding these rocks is going to make a huge difference to the cycle, but it'll be interesting to see if it really does drop that ammonia level very rapidly. Either way, I'm trying to establish a really good, thorough nitrogen cycle. I'm hoping at some point, with the 5.5 to 6 inches of gravel and sand I've got in here, that we're going to get some denitrification going on. But in the meantime, since I've got a tank, it was already sterile, there's no fish in it, I thought it would be interesting to find out what would happen if we just went and collected some live rock and we could put it in there and see if we have issues or I start growing algae or whatever, like I said. So I am actually going to do a longer video. We're going to talk a little bit more about using live rocks and collecting woodwork and collecting rocks and stuff from our local environments and how I treat them and the sort of evolution of the way I've treated them over the years, because I've gone through my phases of just collecting them, bringing them home raw and putting them right in the tank, versus boiling them and cooking them and doing all kind of different stuff. And tonight we just brought them home and more or less put them in the tank untreated. I ran them under my sink. You know, I ran them under the faucet or the tap, whatever you want to call it. I have well water, so that is non-chlorinated water. And I just basically ran my fingers and thumbs over them and got all of the large, sort of crusty little insect houses and stuff off of there. And that's it. I did not do anything else. I didn't put a scrub brush to it. I didn't run it under hot water or anything. That is just live rock right out of the stream. And we're going to see what kind of an impact it has. So we will be talking more about this topic. And again, I'm not exactly sure how I want to approach it or exactly what we're going to talk about, because I used to do live rock and live woodwork from the stream all the time. And again, my way of doing that sort of changed over time, and it was because of outside influences. And I kind of want to talk about that too. You know, finding your own way and doing things your own way and that sort of thing, which again is why I'm having a little trouble thinking about how I want to frame this video. But we will be talking more about doing this kind of stuff, and I am looking for woodwork to go in this tank, so we are going to be bringing home some live woodwork and putting it in here, and so we'll get to see how all that plays out and develops over time. So make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss that or anything else I've got coming up. I'm going to have a good long kayak video coming up. Spent all day out there today looking for woodwork. Didn't find any, but we got a lot of good kayaking in, so a good scenic video coming up for my outdoors fans. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you real soon on the next one.